Hey, Tomon, thanks for a few minutes of your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Mike Topper, go ahead.
Hey, Tomon, obviously South Carolina was able to rush the ball very well. What were some of the things you saw out there that allowed them to really find some holes and rush the ball well?
Yeah, so stopping the run is a big thing for us on defense, but as you see, like that didn't get done today. They're very physical up front. They had a good old line. They got to second level defenders very well, and I think that's what the biggest thing was, them being able to reach our second level guys and having to make the DBs and safety try to make open field tackles.
Greg Barnes.
Hey, Tomon. Number 5 was a converted wide receiver playing quarterback today. With you guys really not having seen him before, what are the adjustments like on the sideline, and how are y'all trying to make some key changes as the game went along?
Yeah, so we knew about 5 beforehand, but when he first came in, we thought it was gonna be more of a wildcat type offense. But then we see he was very efficient at running their actual offense. So we just had to settle down a little bit, figure out that like yes, he could play actual quarterback too, and he could also run the ball.
Thank you.
Andrew Jones.
Tomon, when we talked to you guys the last couple of weeks, one of the themes was you guys wanted to get rid of the taste that was lingering from how the NC State game ended. So with the disappointment of that, how do you guys, it appeared there was some readiness issues at the beginning of the game, defensively or overall. How do you kind of compute the idea that you guys wanted to get rid of that taste, but appeared to start the game at a different gear than South Carolina was?
So I know that happens during bowl games. One team comes out with a little more energy than the other, but our big deal is just like stopping the team surge, and that happened early on in the game. They came out, hot. Defense started in a little bit, but then unfortunately we still ended up losing the game. But it's just a whole mindset to come out there with more energy and wanting it more than the other team.
Thank you.
Gregory Hall.
Tomon, going off of that, it seemed to be a similar story against Pittsburgh and NC State, and obviously all 3 of these games were not played in your home stadium. But just kind of what is it that allows, or that's allowing teams to come out with that higher energy out of the gate than you guys are?
Yeah, especially at away games, we just have to come out with our own energy. We can't lean on our fans as much just because there's not as many of them. So with the team being in a home environment, they have those fans supporting them. They're in their own environment. They don't want to lose at their own home ground. So that's the advantage that comes with it. But in away games, you just have to bring your own juice with it.
C.L. Brown.
Tomorrow, what do you see as kind of what needs to be done for this defense moving forward next season to shore up the deficiencies and kind of take that next step and become more dominant?
I think the big thing for the defense next year and moving forward is just make sure you're playing together, being out there talking on the field, communicating with every little thing, because that's how our defense works. If somebody moves, you have to make a check, and everybody has to know the check. It can't just be one person, it can't just be 2 people. So I think the biggest thing for us is having communication, better communication next year.
How would you say the communication was today?
There was times out there when it got quiet, but then also there was times where when we were playing well, our communication was on point. So and then also along with the communication, just that consistency we need.
Our last question for Tomon will come from Adam Smith.
Mind you guys opened this season ranked in the top 10 and picked to win the Coastal in the ACC, and you finished 6-7 with a tough loss, a couple tough losses to NC State and South Carolina. When you look back on this year, how will you view it? What will you think about it, and how do you think you'll feel about it?
Yeah, it's obvious that it's disappointing that we didn't get the year we wanted, but I'm still proud of my team. We came out every week, we pushed our hardest, and we left everything out on the field. There's the little things we have to fix, like I was talking about communication, things like that, and just bringing our own energy. Those are just the little things that they could have next year that will just change the program.
Thank you, Tomon. Appreciate it.